The Emperor's Inn and Pub sits quiet. Its morning patrons have now left for a day's work. A light brown-furred ratfolk woman darts between tables, collecting a tavern's worth of dishes and hurriedly running them back to the kitchen. There, a burly human man, sleeves rolled up, scrubs them clean, while barking orders to his much younger, much skinnier sous chef. They're keeping busy, all anyone can hope to do these days, with the dark cloud of 3 missing children hanging over the city. Koi is by no means a small town, but at its core is a close-knit farming community, one in which gossip and news travels fast through, and the talk of the town has placed a somber tone on its residents. Parents hug their children just a little bit tighter these days. The guards keep watch just a little bit longer these days. Everyone works just a little bit harder these days, all in the hopes that those 3 kids can find their way home. And for better or worse, the task of lifting this dark cloud has been placed on our party. After Econ, the captain of the guard, gave them the job, they set about gathering as much information as they could, talking to teachers, speaking with loved ones, and uncovering secrets. Now it is time to put that information to good use. The last known spot of Shinta, one of the 3 missing kids, was the graveyard just outside the south gate. We cut to the party arriving and preparing to investigate. You know which gate she went missing from. It is the southernmost gate on the west side of the road, so the left side of the road. So I assume you would look through that plot first.
Yes.
Just to give you, to refresh your mind, these are just south of town. There are 6 plots of them. They're quite big, but they're longer than they are wide. They stretch out from the road more than they do the length of the road. They're lined up in 3 rows, but they're unevenly spaced to make room for some kipu trees and other bigger plant life in between them. Headstones and some places that look like that go down into like family type smaller crypts are amongst all of them. Everything is very well kept, wildlife kept out of the way, but not kept out of the plots entirely. There is a sense of warmth that you wouldn't expect from a graveyard, let alone a place from the last sight of a missing child. It's very beautiful, you would even posit. But yeah, you guys all want to...
Yeah, look for like footprints or like any articles of like clothing or items that look like a
I'd like
young
to go
girl
on
would
the outskirts because she kind of was known to be a loner. Usually they don't tend to be where the big groups of kids are.
I would follow up on the bigger paths or bigger groups.
Okay, yeah. Phosphorus, as you look along the tree line, you naturally kind of follow the gate because, you got to look. And at your height, you kind of look through the gate. And as you go through, you actually notice a spot that's a little more overgrown than others. It doesn't see as much love as it's the furthest plot and the back kind of gate up against it. And there you notice that there is a bar in the fence that is missing. You could miss it because it's covered by undergrowth, but as you look closer, it looks like some sort of force broke the metal bar off at each end, like something snapped it through. And then you notice there is a trail of disturbed undergrowth leading past, like out from the way it came. While he finds that, the 2 of you find a spot behind a couple of graves further down from where he is and a little bit further into the graveyard, actually. There is a portion of grass that is heavily matted down and looks dead as if something had been laying on it for a long time. It's not very big, only a foot in diameter, and it's circular. There is a bit of red fabric caught on some of the undergrowth right by it. And you can make... Sorry, Phosphorus, you can make a Arcana or an Engineering lore check.
Oh,
Duh.
Engineering lore.
And Renisteer and Eamon, you guys can make a Society check.
26.
Okay.
Nat 20. 21.
22.
Okay.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
all of
Let's
you...
find these kids.
We have to save
Phosphorus.
these kids.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I said the wrong name, even though I said the right name. Phosphorus. As you inspect this, you know that whatever did this did not do so in a natural way. It looks like some sort of magic broke this.
Motherfucker.
The 2 of you,
I told you.
from what you found, it looks like this is a place someone would have a a hideaway sack, so to speak, something that has been stashed here for a while that can hold any number of things, but something, like you would put a stick on it and carry it from
Hobo's
the
bag.
red fabric. Yeah, pretty much.
A hobo took the child.
And you find this probably
Check the
at
railroads.
most 15 to 20 feet away from this break spot, so you are not far away from each other.
I'm just gonna whistle to these two. Something broke this gate magically, and there's a trail.
We found something that looks like a knapsack meant for travel. I almost wonder if
Well, a
that's...
spot where it was.
Yes.
You didn't find the knapsack.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
No, you're good.
We found a spot that implies there was potentially a knapsack ready for travel. I almost wonder if this... Sorry, what was her name?
Shinta.
Shinta.
I wonder if this
Run
Shinta
away.
was planning on running away.
At
'Cause
8?
You said she didn't have a very strong connection with her father. And besides, there could have been coercing if something broke off this gate.
Not gonna lie either, their house is filled with like war memorabilia and medals and armor and swords, so like, I don't know, she's probably a pretty capable kid. Not as far as breaking those iron bars goes, but I mean, I'm sure she's been taught
It was done with magic.
a few things. I mean,
She
she
could
might
have
be a
been
magic
coerced.
user, or someone else could have brought her.
You know what? Should we just follow this trail?
Or that means someone
Yes.
was planning this very far in advance.
This is true. All right, let us see. if
Go after
there's-
Kubo.
Well, let's check
Or
out
We
this
have a
path
trail
first.
right here. Let's just follow the trail.
We have a trail in by the treehouse too,
But we have one right in front of us.
so we're gonna go after her instead.
I said we go after her just because it's right here.
Okay,
They might even coincide.
maybe. I just know we have one that is for sure in the hands of a hostile creature currently as we speak.
This one
Still
could
an
be as well.
8-year-old girl in the jungle.
8-year-old boy in the jungle in the
10-year-old
hands
boy.
of a hostile creature, absolutely, that could be harming it
But
as we
we
speak.
don't have a trail over there that we know of right now. We could go there and there could be no trail.
Besides, we'd have
We
to
have a
circle
trail to
back
follow.
if we wanted to come back.
Just saying, if 3 of your friends were missing, 2 seem to have wandered off, 1 is definitely in the hands of someone that's capable of murdering it.
How long did you last in the jungle?
Longer as a grown adult with my abilities.
I know.
When did she go missing?
Yeah, because she's been missing long.
She went missing on the 12th.
So she's potentially been gone the longest.
I'm just saying.
To Eamon's credit, he lasted 10 to 15 days.
I thought it was a lot worse than that.
Also a
I lasted a few weeks.
also a magic user, and not an 8-year-old girl.
This is correct.
Yeah, or an 8-year-old
I'm
boy.
aware. But you did ask how long he lasted.
One
That's
of
just
them.
I'm just
Turn
saying.
it-
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you actually lasted longer than I thought you did.
Yeah.
My
I'm just
bad.
saying, we for a fact know one is in Hostel's hands currently. We don't know. I'm not saying that couldn't be the case for her as well. But what am I supposed to go tell his mom when she literally heard her son say that he got captured by a hostile, and I said we went after
Eamon, we
somebody
cannot
else
let
first.
emotions control our decisions here. What we
It's
know
not
is
emotion. It's facts.
correct, but the fact of the matter is we could go to the treehouse and find nothing other than the fact of what we already know, which is that a tree man took a fox. This we have a concrete path. We must follow our first lead, and if we hit a dead end, then we can
We could also
establish
find nothing
something
at the end
else.
of this and waste time.
We won't know unless we follow.
So we don't know unless we go to the treehouse either.
Correct, but
We are
we're
equally
here
unknown.
at the graveyard with a path right here.
If that's what you think, Renister, I'll follow you. Wherever you could choose to go, I'll go.
Well, it's a 3-person party. What do you think, Phosphorus?
I said we just follow this path.
I agree.
Okay.
Can we split the party? I'll go to the north
you go
gate.
to the treehouse.
I do
On
not
your
want to
own.
be alone. However we
find some
split it,
propeller guy.
I am not going by myself.
Okay.
Watch the
who
bog
wants
rock.
to make a survival check? Because I'll actually have you make it this
I'll
time.
make the survival check.
Anyone would like to aid? If not, you can be doing.
Yeah, I got a -1 in survival.
I
You
got
can
a
be
+2, I can
doing
aid.
things to. If let me clear. If you are aiding, you will not be looking about.
I'll be looking about them.
Okay.
I can aid.
Yeah. So you make a survival check first.
Okay.
See if you hinder or help.
It's a 17.
Okay. You get a +2 circumstance bonus. Phosphorus.
20.
Okay. You follow this trail for a good hour, a little over it probably, until you hear the sound of like this scratching, this aggressive scratching from up ahead. And once you hear it, all of you kind of instinctually peer ahead through the undergrowth, and you can just make out a very muscular jungle panther, muscles bulging as its claws rapidly strike at the base of a kipu tree. A large branch appears forcibly wedged into the opening between the roots and the ground, slowly being chipped away as the panther claws at it over and over. It does not seem to have noticed any of you yet.
I want to run over and shoot electric arc at it.
If that is your intent, we will roll for initiative.
Yep.
So, yeah, but Phosphorus, you do go first.
I'd like to seek first to see if I can see anything that the panther's trying to
Okay, yeah.
go after.
Make a perception check for me.
17.
17. You don't see anything of note other than it looks like there is a bit. The panther doesn't look injured, but it does look like there's a bit of blood on the lower part of this wedged log. You got. Also, to clarify, still, you guys are 60 feet away from this thing.
This isn't. Can I start to see if this is normal for a panther to be like desperate like this?
This would be an action,
Yeah.
and it would be to recall knowledge. It's a
Okay.
nature check.
18.
You know that it doesn't strike you as desperate. It strikes you as that it has wounded something and knows that it's like cornered it. And once it gets to it, it's basically a guaranteed kill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now that I understand that clear at that point. We're 60 feet away?
Yes, I'll tell you. You can make attacks outside of your range, but for every range band outside of it, it's a -2 circumstance penalty. Oh, you would be sneaking because you're in
will
stealth,
sneak.
unless you want to not be in stealth.
Sneak's half speed, isn't it?
No, sneak is normal. You just have to make a stealth check to remain in
Will
stealth.
sneak.
Okay, yeah, make a stealth check.
Panthers and rats are not a good combo.
This is for sure. Hey guys, GM Jack here. Just wanted to pop in and do the first of what will most likely be many rules corrections for the campaign. It's a new system to all of us, so there's some growing pains. And the first one is we get sneak wrong for a while, but just wanted to get ahead of the curve on it. When you take the sneak action, you can move up to half your speed, not your full speed. Like I said, this won't get fixed right away, but just keep it in mind moving forward. Anyways, thanks for your patience. Back to the action.
Catch the mouse.
12. So really good.
You remain undetected.
Really?
Uh-huh.
All right.
And then that is the end of your turn. As you get 20, what did your move speed? 25, 20? 25 feet closer. Eamon.
I'm just gonna cast electric arc.
Okay. Yeah.
So as I say a few words, and I'm just gonna go, "Hey!" and then shoot an electric arc out of my hand, 60 feet
Reflex
towards
save,
this
correct?
panther. It is, yep, basic reflex save.
Luckily for you, panthers aren't agile.
Yes, it's
No.
a 16.
It passes. So half damage, I believe.
It's 5 total, so
Half to 3.
okay. However you have it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
So yeah, your energy pulls, the lightning energy pulls up in you and you shoot it out.
have I seemed to gather its attention?
Oh yeah. Dude,
Okay.
yeah. It immediately turns to you and like flares its fur up to appear bigger and
Okay, then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get as close as I can.
okay, yeah. So
Just
you would
making
have
noise and yelling. trying
that's a
to get
2
him-
action spell, yes?
Yeah, so just
So-
trying to get him away from whatever.
Yeah. So you
Isn't
move
there.
25 feet closer.
Okay.
Just out in the open. And then it is its turn. So it is going
35 feet
to
away from
yes, it strides once and then is going to in one action with its ability pounce, stride and make a strike at you.
I'm going to use my reaction of nimble dodge. So my
That-
AC is raised by 2.
Yes. I will let you know that can come into play if it would matter. If that makes sense. You don't have to
Yeah.
choose to use it
Okay.
before I roll, because I could roll with shit.
So, okay, because for some of those, like shield or something, you have to do it
Yes.
before someone attacks.
When I need you to tell me if you're going to do it is when I tell you if it hits.
Okay,
If it
sounds
hits,
good.
you could do it, and it could work, it could not. But if it misses, you don't need to waste the reaction.
Okay, sounds good.
It will hit,
I will use it.
and that makes your AC.
18. Sorry,
It's-
16.
It still hits,
Okay.
and it
I try to dodge and just can't.
It does 12 piercing damage as it runs and jumps at you.
Help.
And you quickly realize that this thing is basically your size of just pure
I got
muscly
emotional
animal.
and just like got scared there was a kid being eaten next.
And
I have a tiger.
it will spend since its jaws have the grab quality, it will spend just a free action to just grab you. Basically, while you are grabbed, we'll say it gets you right in your right shoulder. You're immobilized and flat-footed. If you attempt a manipulate action, you must succeed at a DC 5 flat check, or it is lost. Manipulate is basically anything that requires you hand movement, which would be somatic components, I believe. It kind of just pins you to the ground, sinking its teeth into your right shoulder.
Get the
Renisteer.
kid.
Okay, so for visual, how far away are they both?
They are one stride away from
Okay,
you.
I will stride up then,
Yes, so that's one action.
take a swing.
Go for it.
Schwank.
Yeah. Immediately, Eamon, you're like, oh shit! Might have been a little over my head on that one.
I just didn't like the idea of it eating a child.
19 to hit.
That hits, yes.
I'm not used to seeing the fog of war that often.
Your emotions blinded you.
What the fuck?
Anakin, you are blinded by emotion.
5 damage.
Okay.
5 bludgeoning.
Yeah, again, you kind of swing down on it, just grazing it, meaning you have not bloodied it yet, but you are hampering it for sure.
Okay.
One action left.
I'm going to give it an intimidating glare.
Okay, yeah, so give me just an intimidation check.
Cool.
15.
That will succeed against its will DC. So it is now frightened 1. Of you specifically. So you stare at it and again probably give it one of those guttural lizard things, and it doesn't let go, but because it can't, it's not its turn, but it very clearly identifies you as a massive
As
threat,
lockjaw.
and some of its fur it poofs out a little
Bristles
less. To give you guys an idea of what frightened does, anyone who's frightened takes a status penalty equal to the value to all checks and DCs. At the end of each of their turns, the value decreases by 1. So that by the end of its next turn, it won't be frightened anymore. However, frightened is a very good condition because everything is just less by it. So then we go back up to the top of the order. Phosphorus.
I will. So it's what, 4? How close is it now? Oh, it's like really close.
It's really close.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably 15 feet away from you. You're in stealth though.
I'll
so.
blow out a bottle lightning
Okay.
and chuck it at it.
Yep. It is flat-footed. That doesn't affect you at all, but it affects it on my end. Cavalry's here, Eamon. It's a good thing you didn't come at this thing alone.
I mean,
It's 16.
16 to
full.
hit?
Yeah.
Yes, that will hit.
full of piss and vinegars and just got stomped.
Yeah.
Right. So it is now flat-footed.
Okay. Yeah.
All 4 of its feet are flat now.
To explain, the reason it was flat-footed before from you is because you were undetected by this thing.
Well,
But
that's flat-footed
Now-
for everyone.
Yes.
Everyone.
I assume you're not doing the splash damage to anyone but it. They're all right by it.
Put me out of my misery so I don't get eaten.
You should have drank that coffee.
I literally did.
Yeah.
So it's 2 lightning damage,
Okay.
and I'll pull out a bottle of alchemist fire.
Okay. Second attack. You're now hidden, so it's still 5
18 to hit.
Well, it's 5 foot anyway. Yes?
Oh, I'm still hidden.
You go from undetected to hidden.
I see.
Hidden means it knows the area you're in. It doesn't know exactly where you are.
Trees are throwing bottles.
Pretty much.
A bottle.
That is 5 fire damage, 1 splash damage, and 1 persistent damage as is on fire.
Okay.
I am horrified. I'm in the jaws of a
So,
tiger that's on fire.
Last action.
Jaguar.
Last action.
Panther.
You could,
I will stride
We were all wrong.
Away
but
from
we
it,
got
or
there.
25 feet towards the tree.
Okay, cool. Perfect. So yeah, Phosphorus in the commotion.
Sorry, sneak.
Well, you are out of stealth now.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
stride. Yeah.
As soon as you do something to break it, you did 2 things. So you went from undetected to hidden to detected.
Got it.
So yeah, you stride and kind of in the commotion, Renisteer and Aemon, of this thing pouncing on Aemon, you almost forgot about Phosphorus as 2 bombs just come flying in. One of them as it's looking up at you with fear in its eyes, the lightning just hits it across the face, and it runs through it. You know, the fur kind of sticks up a bit, and just as it's shaking it off and opening its eyes again, another one hits it basically in the exact same spot and lights it on fire. The smell of burning fur and hair is prominent on both of you. And Eamon, it is your turn.
I could have gone pro.
I'm going to use all 3 actions to cast
Kinda
Horizon Thunder Sphere in this thing.
Yes, sir.
So as I'm horrified, I'm just like,
So-
ah! And then this ball of lightning and thunder forms in my hands and starts like spinning. And the only difference is when I use 3 actions for it, it's that it does half damage on a failure,
Okay, 1 second.
but not a critical failure.
I need you to make a flat DC 5 check to not lose this action, because things with somatic components have the manipulate trait, and if you are grabbed by something, there's a chance that being restrained by something will stop it.
It stops it.
Do you want to use your reroll?
I would like to use my reroll.
You can use your reroll, yes.
What'd you roll?
3.
Oh, nice.
So get rid of one of your cards that you don't want.
I got a 2.
Oh my god.
Oh no, dude! Yeah, so
Panther's really taking the upper hand.
wind up. You start speaking, and as you do in this magical language, and as you start to do just the basic hand movement that you always do with your right hand, the panther, the flame hitting it, it kind of flails with it, and it just pins your hand to the ground, and you lose it. The spell
Do I
dissipates.
lose a spell slot or no?
Yep.
I have so many of those at level 2.
Yeah.
Well,
However, that
I
was
did
your
not
3.
know that was a thing. Otherwise,
was
I
your
would have
3.
thought differently about using the 3 action one.
Well, this is normally I would go back, but I think this is a good point because you and Eamon have both learned this lesson. Because I feel like this isn't a situation Eamon would have been in real
Being
life.
grappled or like pinned.
Yeah, while casting magic. I mean,
Okay.
By a
Yeah.
flaming tiger.
Leopard.
Well, yes, that's
Wait.
none of us have fought a flaming panther before.
But
you know of.
as
For
this
yourself.
happens, in a combination of it being bloodied and frightened, it lets go of you and spends all 3 of his actions running off into the jungle.
It takes it 1 damage.
Yeah, it does. It's not dead, but it just takes off.
And until it
There was
puts it
that
out,
flash
it'll
of
take
light
another
before
one.
he pinned my
Uh-huh.
arm down.
And another one.
Yeah,
And
totally.
another one.
Is anyone wishing to pursue combat?
no.
I will walk
I get
o-
up and start running.
I will walk over to Eamon and I'll pull out a bottle. Drink this.
I pull the cork off and look at it.
It's elixir of
All
life.
right, thanks. Not bloodied.
Joke's on you. It's an alchemist fire.
So
I chug it. What do I get?
you get 3. And then I give you another one. Drink this.
All right. What do I get?
You get 3. I give another one. Drink this.
While they're doing this, I'm going to go over to the tree
You get
and try to
6.
examine it.
Fuck yeah, that's
Do you need
awesome.
another one?
I'm 1 point below max. So
Okay, you're good.
So you go over to the tree.
I'm just drinking a literal gallon of healing potion, like the milk challenge, just
Drink.
getting like
Drink.
gallon challenge. I think I'm gonna.
It is how I described before. There's that pin kind of piece or stretch of tree branch. You now can clearly see the crimson gleam of blood a little bit on the bottom. Not a whole lot, just a little bit.
Can I just move this branch out of the way? Like, try to lift it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, for sure. I will say as you get close and start to touch it, you hear a voice from behind it, a young girl's voice go,
It was worth it. Thank
Is it-
God, it was worth me getting my ass kicked.
"Is the panther gone?
Yes. Do not be afraid, small child.
Who are you?"
We're with the city guard.
My
We
shaking
came looking.
hand far away.
We
holds
came
up the
looking for
pendant.
you. We've heard that you went missing.
Can you move the branch?
Yes.
Roll athletics.
$11.
You do move the branch, but in doing so, it takes quite a bit of effort.
Runs her
and,
through.
Your back kind of tweaks a bit, and
pull the hammy.
you are now fatigued one for the foreseeable future.
Can I go up and help him?
You know what can cure that?
What?
Some blood eye coffee.
Do you have some of that?
No, I don't, because you drank my only quick alchemy.
You
You
son of a
didn't
bitch.
call it blood eye. Since when is it called blood eye coffee?
It's always called blood eye coffee.
I just asked for coffee. You said I
Yeah,
can make coffee.
it's coffee.
Do a blood eye coffee.
Anyway,
There's a child who needs help.
So as you get it out of the way and you guys bicker,
Thanks for
over
looking
this
out for me like
conversation,
that.
You see a young girl step out, standing just under 4 feet tall. She slides out from under the tree. She's very filthy. Her hands, feet, and face covered in dirt, Twigs and smaller branches jut out from her dark hair, which falls a little past her shoulders. Both her sleeves are rolled up, arms dotted with bruises. Her right pant leg is torn just above the knee, colored crimson by an open wound. She still plants both her feet, very clearly grimacing from the pain, and begins to swirl her hands together as dim blue light forms between them. And she says to all of you, "Did Papa send you?"
Here's a healing
Yep.
potion.
Yep. Your papa sent me.
I would like all of you to make a fortitude save as this
I
blue
do have a
light.
+2.
Yeah, you can do that. And it is not on your spell. It is not a primal spell, so there's no chance to counterspell for you. Amen. As she shoots this blue light between Renistir's legs, behind you guys, as all of you feel this gravitational force pull you back. Hello again, GM Jack here with another rules correction. This is a bit of an embarrassing one. I just told Eamon in the previous combat that he couldn't get a spell off before initiative starts, which is correct. That's how it works. But then 10 minutes later, Shinta does that exact thing. She gets a spell off before we roll for initiative. This one is just fully on me, and I do fix it moving forward, but just wanted to let you guys know. That's my bad. Anyways, won't keep you here too long. Back to the action.
I got a 22.
You said fortitude?
Yes.
21. No. Yeah.
Additional +2 for you, understand?
There is no +2?
Additional from your divine
Yes,
strength.
yes.
Yep.
15.
Okay. So Eamon and Phosphorus, well, not really, because it's behind you guys. But you both plant your feet and grab a close by tree and stop yourself from moving. As Renistir, as you're just like not expecting this in any way, you are pulled back 10 feet. You just slide on the ground, falling on your butt as she just sprints off to the right.
Can I try to follow her?
Yeah, why don't we roll for initiative again, as she very clearly has...
Daddy issues?
Sure. Phosphorus, you do go first.
Okay.
She is about to run. You see that.
She's about to run?
You're still right by her.
God, I wish I had a Tanglefoot bag. So I'm assuming that Lesser Frost Vial is probably out of the picture here. I will...
Just tell her. Just talk to her.
No, I'm just going to fucking jump her.
You're going to try to just grab her?
Yep, I'm going to try to grapple
This is
her.
not going to help.
Make-
She's
make-
clearly a powerful...
Make an athletics check.
Be restrained.
This is not my
Turning-
specialty, guys.
Isn't her daughter to her father just like hogtied?
This is a live one.
So I rolled a 15.
Okay.
Good
So
news,
that's
she's
a
okay.
12.
Roll to 15, that's a 12.
Yes, I have a -3.
She slips out of your grasp.
We'll try again.
Okay. Grappling things is similar to attacking. You take a -5 and then -10 penalty. Yeah? Is this still what you're attempting to do? You could go
no.
crit fishing.
No, I'm going to try a different tactic now.
Okay. So you jump at her, and she's a little bigger than you, and just like before you get there, palms your head and like stops you from reaching her.
I'm just going to say, listen here, you little shit. We have 2 other missing kids right now that we need to find out. Now we got to waste time with your bullshit right here. We're going to drag you back to town, and you're going to apologize to your father for being a little brat.
And that's years of therapy.
Roll
There's trauma.
intimidation.
Horrifying rat man.
Roll intimidation with
you little
a
shit.
-4 circumstance penalty.
Oh, why?
You just tried to jump her.
Yeah. I know. Come on, give me that natural 20.
What are those scratches on her arms? There's a panther after her.
I'm gonna try a re-roll on this one.
Didn't
Okay.
work for me. I got a 3, then a 2.
All right, so what's the minus?
4.
She doesn't give a shit about
It's
you,
a
dude.
10. It's a feral
no,
rat.
No response.
Okay. At that point,
The words
I
alchemist fire leave your lips.
no. I've been told not to use my alchemy against her. Fuck, I'm gonna try to grapple her again with all the negatives on it.
Okay, so
I got
-8 to your
You're
roll.
gonna
got
make
nothing
all the
else to do.
talking I'm trying to do so difficult now that you've clawed at her
Critical fail.
and yelled at her.
That's a nat 20.
Oh.
Okay, so
12.
Still 12.
12, and then Yeah, you grab her. You go, listen here, you little shit. And she is phased not at all. And then you just push her hand out of the way that's on your head and pin her to the tree.
Somebody grab some rope. We're taking her back.
I draw my mace.
Oh my god. It is now her turn, though.
Somebody grab the rope. Somebody grab the rope.
Let's talk to her.
She will attempt to escape.
We can sort this
She
out.
can try.
Yeah, so your athletics is -3.
Yes.
So your athletics DC is 7.
Yep.
So what she needs to meet is a 7.
Yep.
That's impressive.
I know. This is not my specialty.
However,
Not mine either.
she escapes your grapple
Shocker.
immediately.
I am shocked, but at least
And-
wasted an action.
runs 50 feet to the right.
50 feet.
Yeah, it's 2 strides.
Okay, I was going to say, holy shit, she's fast.
In one stride action, she covers her feet. Amen, it is your turn.
I'm going to use one action to try to talk to her.
Okay.
Say, we're not here to hurt you. Why'd you, just talk to us. We don't have to take you back to your dad right away. We're just wanting to make sure you're safe. You just want to make sure you're safe. What's wrong with your dad?
Roll diplomacy.
He seems
With a
like such a nice guy.
-1
With a
circumstance
+2.
bonus.
Circumstance bonus. +2.
Come on. So it's 21. You said a minus what? Sorry.
-1 circumstance
So 20.
bonus. 20. As she's running off, there's a moment where she stops and she says,
Just want to talk. Sorry about my pet there.
I know what a rat folk is. She says.
You're racist. I don't like you even more.
He does the torture.
I don't have anything to talk to about anyone who works for Papa.
I don't work for him. He's not paying me at all. He's just very worried about you.
Are we still in initiative?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. No, we'll stop it now.
Can
She
you at
stays the
least-
distance. She stays the distance.
We won't take you back.
I walk
Can you-
away.
can
I'm
you
not
at
helping
least-
out here.
Can you at least come in the city with us?
Your teacher was concerned for you.
Your
No.
classmates. It's clearly dangerous out here.
Not going back to Papa's.
You don't
can
have
you
to.
come back to the city? You don't have to go back to Papa's.
Does your father hurt you?
Can't go back to the city unless you can guarantee me I don't have to go back to Papa's.
Can you tell me why you don't want to go back? If you tell me, I might be able to guarantee that you don't have to go back to him. If you tell me why.
Roll diplomacy with a +4 circumstance bonus.
It's a 14.
I don't want to train anymore.
Train? Like what?
She pulls the magic again.
Have you
And
been
then
able to
puts it
do
down.
that for a long time? Can your father do that too?
No.
Who trains you?
Pa.
Child, come here real quick. I just want to address your wounds. You look rather haggard.
She'll tentatively.
And
I'm putting my weapon and
tentatively
shield. I don't have my
walk
weapon
up.
out anyway.
I
but
like.
Well, Rennester's just Foster's just walking out of the back room like,
I just.
God damn it.
I just show her. I'm like, you're not the only one with gifts, child. And
Yeah,
I
the hand
cast
appears.
lay on hands.
Okay, yeah. She heals. Back to full. The hand kind of moves over the wound as the gash marks from the panther's claws close. And then there's like a light in her eyes of like, oh.
Can you? Would you be okay if we took you back to talk to our friend? A friend of ours, I forget his name, out of game. Hold on.
Captain of the guard?
The
Econ.
If we brought you back to talk to Econ, you can tell him everything. We just need to make sure you're safe because I don't know if you know this, but one of your classmates, Kubo, he got taken by an evil magic stick man. And we're worried that he might be hurt. But the longer we stay out here talking to you, trying to get you to come back to the city where you're safe, the less safe your classmate's going to be. Maybe put the guilt.
Kubo got taken.
Kubo got taken and he might be in a lot of danger. He might be getting hurt right now.
We should go find him then, no?
Child, you clearly saw the big cat that attacked you.
I had him.
I'm sure you did. You seemed very capable, but the problem is there's worse things in this jungle than just the panther. And we've almost lost our lives fighting them. And we've had a lot of training.
Oh. go back, but I won't go into town until
Can you stand outside the gate with a guard? Would that be okay?
I'll wait at the graveyard.
With a guard?
Somebody just keep an eye on you in case there's any other danger.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Stay in the graveyard with a guard? Or 2? Or 10?
Maybe an army.
a
Small
brigade.
army.
Maybe your dad? I'm just kidding.
Can you guys give me like 10 minutes though?
I can carry you while you do whatever you're doing.
You can't carry me while I do it.
Why? What is it? What are you doing?
I'm just calling Betsy.
Who's Betsy? I'm starting to get real exorcism vibes.
She's my
Vibes.
horse.
You have a horse you can call.
Mm-hmm.
Did you run away or were you taken?
Well, I ran away.
Okay.
Did you talk to anyone? Or did you just decide to go out on your own?
Talk to Betsy. She doesn't talk back though.
Can we see Betsy?
Yeah, if you give me 10 minutes.
Okay.
Can I look around and see if there's anything else like watching us?
Yeah, there's like 80 Betsies in the woods.
No.
No.
Fuck.
One of us. One of us.
What are you doing talking to the sacrifice?
Oh no.
Yeah, as you look around, not a lot catches your eye. You're still a bit heated, man.
What had her?
Believe it or
But
not,
yeah.
I'm not a good talker.
She sits down, crisscross applesauce, and continuously swirls her hands in front of her as blue energy pools and pools and pools. Over the course of 10 minutes, it slowly takes the form of a fully grown, ethereal blue horse.
I jump on it and gallop away.
And after
So
she's
on,
done, she
boys.
opens her eyes and hops on it, and she says, "Okay, this is Betsy. We can go now."
Hello, Betsy.
She doesn't
Okay.
speak, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's go. Can we go fast?
Well, could you guys have horses?
Can you just go as fast as we go?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Let's travel back to the city quickly without
drop
getting
her off,
exhausted, hopefully.
My back's fucking
Yeah,
killing me.
you can move at double speed.
That would be preferred.
Can I, since I'm exhausted?
Yeah, you still can.
Okay.
All that does. Oh, actually, you can't.
Yeah. I
It
figured.
specifically says you can't take an exploration activity.
Can your horse
However,
hold Renisteer, our friend here? Can you hold a extra friend on top? Can you try? Just so we can get back as fast as we can?
roll diplomacy with a -2 penalty because you're asking a horse girl to give up her horse.
Not to give it up, just to hold
Wha-
an additional passenger.
Well,
You don't know the bond between
I don't give a
horse
shit about
girl and a
mechanics.
horse.
yeah. That's true.
It's a 9.
She runs away. No, she goes. No,
His back's hurt from saving your life.
I told you I had that pain there.
Okay.
Let's just walk.
You make a fortitude save. Good. Divine gracing, I assume.
Yeah. 21.
You are no longer fatigued. Hello, it is GM Jack again with yet another rules correction. So, Renister has an ability called Divine Grace that if he uses as a reaction gives him a +2 bonus on saving throws. This only works on saves against spells, so he shouldn't have been able to get that bonus here. Like Sneak, we get this wrong for a while, and like always, it's ultimately my bad as a DM. Once again, thanks for your patience. We fix it eventually. Back to the action.
Double speed, baby.
So yeah,
A big click comes out of your back. You should get that adjusted, man. There's these fake magic users called chiropractors.
yeah. Renister goes,
I
give me
don't
1
trust-
second, and he does a couple quick back stretches. He's like, I'm good to go. And you guys take off running, not sprinting, but like at a jog through
At
the
a brisk
forest.
jog.
That's medically sound.
You make the just over an hour trip in about 30 to 40 minutes.
I grab the nearest guard I see and show him the pendant.
So you would she would stop in that graveyard. And before she gets close, she would dismiss Betsy and make a
Okay.
comment about like, Pa said people aren't supposed to know.
I would
And
also
she-
hand him the it was like did he hand us a slip of paper or just talk to us? Or is this just for like.
No, those you have those papers.
Okay. I would
Those
also
are, those
hand
are
him.
notes that Econ took.
Perfect. Then I will
Yeah.
also give that note to the guard and go, we've found one of the missing children.
I want to say,
Okay.
I
Where is
wanna-
she?
Would
You
she
walk
be
up
in
to a very
range?
plain looking man in the guard outfit.
She's at the
She's
graveyard.
She's at the graveyard with us.
She's currently at the graveyard.
Well, you two went up. Phosphorus stays with her. You just
Yeah.
leave her alone.
No, I stayed
Oh,
with
okay.
Phosphorus and the girl.
Okay.
It's a problem.
I love the idea of you are sitting there, just like mean mugging each other.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Like,
So would
super
you have-
childish.
So would
Wanna
you have
arm
given?
wrestle?
So would you have given me the
yeah,
pendant? Then?
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
You can do
Then
that.
I'd share the pendant and the piece of paper. And like I have two associates who are assisting me in these investigations with her currently. She
You need me to
apparently
get econ? Or should
yes,
I-
she's a little squirrely one. She's currently not wanting to go back to her father's house because apparently he is very hard on her. So I would just be.
How hard? He says very seriously.
I'm not certain on abuse. She did not specify, but it seems he's trying to train her in the art of war. From my understanding, he has swords and armor and whatnot. But it's
I'll get econ. He says,
sounds good. Thank you.
and the other one says, do you need me to watch her?
Yes,
We need
we're currently
as
on the
soon as
lead for another child, and time is of the essence.
Okay,
If we
yeah.
could leave her with you, and she wants to stay in the graveyard for now.
One of them immediately goes off to get econ. The other one tells you to wait a little bit until he sees a card come by. He calls her over, tells her to watch the gate as he goes and stays with the girl. You guys introduce her. She is fine sitting with him.
We're gonna come back to the corpse of a guard. She's gone again.
His face
the heart
appeared.
Yeah.
racing. The sacrifice has been
Stomped
complete.
by a horse.
Betsy, no!
And yeah, she waits there. You guys head towards the treehouse. Sure enough, as you follow the kids' directions, you make your way southeast, now basically just east from where you were, with a little more south. Walking along what you could equate to a small game trail as you make your way through. As you go, the ground beneath your feet grows steadily looser as the stable jungle floor slowly takes on a marsh-like quality as you get closer to the river. Through the trees, you spot some sort of small man-made structure about 6 feet off the ground jutting out from a kipu tree. A wooden ladder is nailed into its trunk, leading into the bottom of a small wooden shack no bigger than 6 or 7 feet in any dimension. Its roof slanted, with a couple boards jutting out in off-kilter directions. 2 small wooden swords lay in the mud in front of the ladder.
Just look for any obvious sign of,
So yeah, who
Forced
wants to?
interaction.
Anybody can go in and investigate, or on the
probably-
outside.
Is it like up, or is it just
It's
on the ground?
maybe 5 feet up,
Okay.
like a kid would climb a little bit. It would also be very tight for you, Renastier.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Pretty tight for you, Eamon, and
it would feel like
pretty
your
comfortable
treehouse
for
box.
you.
I'm assuming
Phosphorus.
we both kind of just look at him and go, "You know what you
Fine.
have to do. You're part of the B Brigade or whatever."
All right, I start doing a walk around the house.
Yeah, I mean, you getting in there, it's still just a very small room, but you actually can like stand up and look around and such. So
the wooden sword fits you perfectly.
It's weighted perfectly in your hand.
The tang
Phosphorus.
is the full width of the blade.
As you go up, you find a couple things. There is 2 makeshift slingshots in there, another wooden sword with the letters SE carved into them, a small dagger, a couple of hammers, and some nails can be found in a little box in the corner of the room, as well as some strewn about planks of wood. The whole inside is covered with drawings, and most of the wood has paintings on it. That's all you find.
Can I see if any like the paintings or drawings resemble the woodmen?
Yeah. As you look through them, it doesn't look like it. A lot of them are pretty good if a kid drew them, but landscapes, like forestscapes and such. But not even any of them are there any really humanoid
Are
figures.
there any of those landscapes have like unique looking landmarks in them, or just something like off at all?
Nothing that catches your eye, no.
Okay, then I'll.
On the outside,
I should be
Renastier.
looking around with Renastier.
you find the 2 swords. One of them has SH carved into its hilt, the other one KU. The KU one is splintered a bit at the hilt. There is some sort of trail, disturbed undergrowth that goes around the tree and heads further southeast. With the rain in the last time, it's harder for you to get anything from it other than something or someone moved that way. However, as you look around, Eamon, you definitely see evidence of a struggle, as there's a bit of bark missing just left of the ladder, like something sharp/blunt stuck into it.
Okay. Renister, did you find anything?
I found a loose resemblance to a something that had went southeast.
Okay. Yeah, there's evidence here of some sort of action. I mean, if you have a trail and we're confident that's the only lead we have, I think we should go down it.
It's probably our best bet.
There's a chance this kid might have escaped and might be wandering around lost on his own.
This is about when Phosphorus would climb down from the ladder. Unless you take any of this stuff inside.
No.
I assume no, yeah.
I want these drawings.
Could I be just like, if we do start down this trail, I want to do the continual
Detect magic?
Detect magic, yes.
For sure, yeah. You guys move forward. He's doing that. Someone needs to track.
Yeah, I'll track. Or no, you have better
I'll
survival.
track.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Would you like to assist or just be on the lookout? He
I'll be-
will not be making perception while he's doing
Yeah, I'll
this.
be on the lookout.
Okay. Survival check for me. Phosphorus.
So survival is 21.
21.
I'm gonna roll shit sometime. It's gonna be horrible.
That's okay. I'm happy with the rolls we've had so far, except
So,
for me.
as the three of you follow the trail further east and south, the jungle slowly takes on even more marsh-like aspects. The ground is loose and wet, mud coming up half a foot every time you step, slowing your progress.
Squelch.
This would be difficult terrain. The normal jungle undergrowth is replaced by tall, wet grasses and reeds adorned with small blue flowers on their stems. The reek of stagnant water comes from all directions. After about 30 minutes or so, you hear the sounds of shouting and screaming. Phosphorus, you recognize the language is Dwarvish, but it's too muffled by the jungle to make out. You see a small clearing in the tall grasses 50 feet ahead, where a 14-foot diameter blob of liquid appears to be eating away at a pinned dwarf, its milky white membrane slowly corroding the flailing dwarf's leg. Hundreds of smaller identical blobs are swarming two other humanoids, both adorned with rice hats, one clearly a dwarf, the other a medium-sized humanoid. The non-dwarf has a rifle The non-dwarf has a rifle drawn, aimed at the larger blob, as the unpinned dwarf swings a hatchet recklessly at the tiny droplets surrounding them. You are 60 feet away from this scene, basically. About 30 feet away from the two humanoids not being slowly engulfed by the bigger blob is the dwarf whose leg is just being corroded as he's swinging away at this thing. And yeah, this is difficult terrain.
Oh, so I can only move half.
Yeah,
Speed.
basically. And Phosphorus goes first.
Yay.
All of you are technically unnoticed. However, Renister, as soon as he does anything, because I assume it won't be to sneak, he will be noticed.
Notice me, senpai.
Well, I would have liked to use quick alchemy, but someone had to waste coffee.
That was in the
Someone did a poor
recap.
job explaining
That wasn't in the recap.
what
That
their
didn't happen.
coffee was and how it worked.
I will.
I'm used to regular ass coffee.
Just a blue collar boy. Old
Sponsored by
Eamon.
Folgers. Sorry.
I will say, as Eamon has very clearly alluded to, or more Taylor, really, you don't have to fight. You don't have to join this fight. You could just watch from a distance, see what happens, or whatever, but...
Blink twice if you're okay.
Yeah, this is a good testing opportunity for the alchemist fire. though.
Yeah, for sure, go for it.
You're right. Kill those dwarves.
You're right. Everything must
They
die.
invaded the blob's natural
all right.
habitat.
Or there is no sight.
So I forgot
Only
to
casualties.
move in stealth is called
It's sneak.
Sneak, okay.
Basically, you move the only thing that changes is you need to pass a stealth check to remain in stealth.
That's right.
You still move no matter what.
I will attempt to sneak closer.
Okay, yeah.
Twice.
Stealth check?
Do I have to roll twice for stealth check then?
Yep, you have to roll for each one.
15.
You are at the very least in stealth from these blob things.
That's all I really care about. And 22.
Yep, yeah.
So
You were 60 feet away, moves you 20 minutes. Roughly, you're 30-ish feet away.
okay. At that, how close is the big blob and the small blobs?
You could definitely not close. They're 30 feet apart.
30 feet apart. Okay.
Yeah. So they're, if you're thinking splash damage, not a lot. The little blobs take up an area, though. It's just like a roughly 10 feet, just radius circle, but there's just a bunch of them. So
I will.
It's not like they're in a perfect circle.
Yeah, I will throw out a alchemist fire at one of the small blobs, or the area,
swarm?
the area that the swarm is at.
Okay.
So I feel like my bomb's more effective against those than.
Are you gonna do splash damage to the 2 humanoids in there as well?
No.
The door. Okay. So just to this thing.
Yes.
Okay.
It is 21 to hit.
It's a critical hit.
Yay! Too bad alchemist fire doesn't do anything on crits.
Well, you double your damage at least.
Oh.
Yeah. You roll 2d6 or
2d8.
yeah, whatever the damage is. Yeah. The splash and persistent is not doubled, but
That is 7 fire damage,
okay.
and 1 persistent fire damage, and 1 splash damage.
Was that the big blob?
No, it's one of the small
small
blobs. I figure my bombs are more effective on the small.
And then what splash damage? What persistent?
1 and 1.
1 and 1. Okay. You sneak up. You are now hidden to everything because the thing lowers. Basically, things roughly know where you are, but they don't know exactly where you are. You sneak up. You pull off the bomb, using them a bunch of times. You throw it into the swarm, hitting a big chunk of it, but not. But keeping it far enough to the left that it doesn't hit any of the 2 humanoids that are in there, the dwarf and the other humanoid. And it just burns through literally every little tiny little blob in that area, just completely gone. It is safe to assume that what you just did, it is weak to area damage, splash damage, and fire damage, and you just did all of those in one go. So it was very effective.
For the
It
audience,
is not destroyed, but you basically halved the swarm's numbers.
for the audience at home, Aaron is currently rubbing his nipples after the news. So
That's not true.
that's true.
Amen.
He's rubbing them together. Sorry.
Oh, rubbing. You pushed them together. Patreon exclusive.
I guess we're getting involved.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, should we? Is this our fight? Then like, Phosphorus just like sneaks away in the undergrowth
And then you just hear a familiar sound of a flaming bomb.
smell the familiar smell of burning flesh. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna raise my shield, and then I'm gonna make a little sign with my hands, and cast the cantrip Guidance on Renister,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna also do that to Phosphorus. Takes 1 action.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So that's 2 actions.
That's 3. Raise my shield,
Oh, raise your shield.
and then do 2
Turns
cantrips.
cast.
Yeah.
What is the range of it? It's got a range, right?
30
It's not
feet.
done. Okay, yeah, then you're good. Yes.
Well, Phosphorus looks like he's doing okay. I'm gonna give it to the dwarf who's getting eaten. Can I reach him?
I think they're in 60.
yeah,
Okay.
you're 60
So,
feet away from all
We'll
of
give
them.
him to Phosphorus.
So that is guidance is a +1 to basically any d20 check, but you need to do it before the end of your next turn. Otherwise,
Before
it
my
goes.
next turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you cast magic on me?
What is that? Does it look like anything specific?
It would literally just be like me making a small hand sign, and you see, just essentially sort of like the same color of like green-blue glow that comes with my healing magic. I guess you haven't seen that yet either, so you see a faint glow.
You give us like a
Hey.
rain filter over our eyes.
Yeah. Oh no, that kind of just floats over to you guys. But yeah,
You feel a bit of a boost. So depending on what you're doing, if you're doing something like physical or athletics, like winds or something, would kind of like assist you in being faster and things like that.
I don't like this. It's unnatural.
well, I
Ain't
I
guess-
the
feel
rat
unnaturally
God's
good
way.
at this for some reason, only by 1. I mean, not that much better. You feel slightly
I feel
a little more
adequate.
okay. And then I raise my shield and start the shield wall with Renister yet again.
60 feet away.
Okay. This giant blob goes next, and it completely envelops and kills and melts basically all the flesh off of this dwarf.
Sam.
I vomit.
Let's get that guy out of there.
I'm not used to death.
That is, you notice that all of the dwarf's gear isn't being melted. It's just like it's melting down its flesh and bones.
He's a looter.
And you also hear,
Salesman.
because the other dwarf goes next, a very angry exclamation in Dwarvish. Only Phosphorus understands. Wow, names, man. And he just said, Geldir! You bastard! And he goes next, and he just charges the thing.
Oh no,
That's smart.
2 dead dwarfs.
Oh no!
We can still get out of here, Bannister. You and me.
It's all right. Together they only equal 1 human lost. They stand on each other's shoulders.
Oh no. The size of 3 rat folk we're eating today.
We only do our metrics. And
So he does have to stride twice to get there. So he only swings once. And he misses. No, he hits. No, he hits. He hits.
Okay.
Sorry. You see that dwarf run up and just slash into this thing, and the milky white membrane kind of cuts and then just reforms where it was cut, and he's just standing there. They're kind of actually the same size, the blob and this dwarf, breathing heavily. Register, it's your turn.
Okay. So with my movement speed cut in half, that'd be what, 13?
Yeah, roughly. You would be, just for the sake of keeping it in 5s, if you strided 3 times, you would be 15 feet away from all of this.
Okay, I'm gonna stride twice, and then I don't know if it's looking near me, but
Yeah, that doesn't seem to have any visible way of like discerning where its attention is.
I don't know if this would do anything, so I'll check first. Is there a way I can like slam my shield or something to try to get its attention?
Yeah, you could definitely. I mean, I can't tell you if that would work.
Yeah, I figured that's
but
not the
that
case,
is definitely
but-
something you can try to do.
If it were to see you, you're already a giant lizard running towards it. So
Yeah, like yell or something. Just try to get this thing's
we'll call that
attention.
a demoralize.
Demoralize,
because like
okay.
that way, if you do well, you also get a benefit of
Okay. Yeah.
frightening it if it can be frightened.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just like yell at it and like
Yeah,
bang my
so make
shield with
a
my flail.
intimidation check.
+1, baby.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you probably because you're definitely not going to use it striding. So yeah,
Yes.
+1 SAS bonus to.
14.
Okay. As you kind of slam your flail and your shield together, a bit of lightning like sparks off of it, which is the guidance at work. And you really won't know if that worked or not until it does something, because it's like literally there's
Yeah.
no discernible way
It forms a little sad
yeah,
face in the blob.
it's just like, oh no. But yeah. And then it is the swarm's turn.
How many of those swarms were there again?
Just one.
Just one,
Just the one
okay.
big swarm.
I thought it got destroyed.
I mean, it didn't get destroyed, no. It just it did a lot of damage.
Okay, cool.
But yes, it just hurts the humanoid that is in it
It also takes 1 damage.
6 times, yes. As a bunch of these, now still a decent amount of them, but slightly less than before, kind of jump at this humanoid that you see as they're kind of waving their hands, trying to get them off of them. Now that you're all closer, well, now that you two are closer and you have really good vision from this distance anyways, you can see that the hood on this humanoid kind of falls off a bit, and you see elven ears. No bulging eyes or anything, but they have a very olive, almost metallic-looking, golden-ish skin tone. And
about to meet my dad.
there is a large. They have had in their hands. Now that you get close, you can see. You couldn't tell if it was a pole arm or something like that, but a large rifle in their hands. And they're
Damon.
just fighting this off this swarm
Damon.
as they're jumping at it, and they walk back, like walk out of the swarm into the forest to the right. So to the east or south, I guess, because you're facing whatever to the right of where you guys are looking, and they just disappear.
Is it like a casual walk, or is it like...
It
are they,
is
like,
very
fleeing?
clearly trying to like stealth. You
Okay.
lose all of you lose sight of them.
So now we see no humanoids.
You see one dwarven humanoid who's still fighting the big blob
Oh, yeah, okay.
after
Yep.
presumably someone they know
His
was.
friend just got...
Yeah.
He's on the
Slurped
blob
on.
side.
And then we go back up to Phosphorus.
Yay. All right. I
30 feet
will
away, hidden.
throw another bomb at the big,
Okay.
the solid
Yes.
thing. 15?
Yeah, 15 will hit.
Oh, sorry. 16.
That's right.
16 is a crit.
Oh.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're still hidden, so they're flat-footed. -2 there.
So, sorry. 17, I guess, if he's adding his stuff. I wasn't adding his stuff.
Yeah.
That is 12 fire damage, 1 persistent, 1, whatever it's called. Splash. There it is. Hey. Bombs.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you chuck it.
And it's just hitting that blob. I'm not.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, I assume so. I didn't.
I'm not going to
specify,
nuke the
but-
dwarf too.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it cascades on it. It's very clearly not as frail to fire as the swarm was. As it, I wouldn't say shrugs it off because you crit it, you hit it flat on, but it is technically not bloodied yet. So
Okay.
that happens.
And I will throw another bomb at the swarm.
Okay,
That is 13.
that hits.
6 fire, 1 splash, 1 persistent. So would we have persistent 2 now, or?
Yes, but it is gone.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, fire bombs to something that's weak to area, splash, and fire damage
Strange.
really
Strange.
eviscerates swarms. But yeah, so you just pull up and chuck another bomb, and it just all over it.
And I will go back
Gone.
into stealth.
Okay, yeah. Roll stealth.
16.
You are, for all intents and purposes that you know, you are hidden.
Yay.
So the swarm is gone now? Is
Yeah,
that
there's
right?
just
Okay.
this one big blob. And then it is Eamon's turn now.
Okay.
Still 60 feet away.
Yeah, I'm going to raise my shield and then use my cantrip electric arc.
Okay.
And
On blob or
on a
dwarf?
big
Or
blob.
Renestier?
phosphorus.
You
No.
fool.
Roll to see if I can see phosphorus.
On the blob, you said?
Yes, on the block.
That is a reflex save.
It is a basic reflex save, yes.
That is a fail for me because I got an 8.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
it's going to take full damage.
That is 6 lightning damage
Okay.
as I zap it.
Yeah.
60 feet away, shooting a blue rod of lightning out of my hand.
Exactly as he says. It kind of splits the, threads the needle between you two, Renestier and Phosphorus, and basically pierces all the way through this thing. And you see it doesn't really, I wouldn't say deflate is the word, but a little bit of the internal mucus kind of pours out a bit. It is now bloodied.
It's blobbied.
It's blobbied.
It's dripping
mucus
everywhere.
And then it is that thing's turn. It will. It will saunter over to you,
Who's you?
Renestier,
Hi.
It
because
grows
you
legs and saunters
so
over.
enticed it. And it strides twice to get to you.
A mucus sword spawns out of it.
Did it take the persistent damage?
It did now. You silly goose. It strides over to you. AC is.
That feels great when I'm not the DM.
17 because I didn't raise my shield.
It hits, and you take 7 acid damage
Okay.
as it basically just slowly makes its way over to you in the water. No, it doesn't seem to be impeded by the deepness of the mud at all. It just kind of moves through it, bobs through it, and then just starts to latch itself onto your leg, corroding through the scales. And now it is the dwarf's turn. Still screaming, "You bastard!" And it runs right after it and swings still once because it got to stride twice. He's got to stride twice, I guess. Oh, he crits.
He's very upset.
Very. Wow.
He does the
yeah.
link jump
So
and
he
points down.
runs over to this thing. Renestier, you see him coming, just trudging through the mud as fast as he can, and he just two hands this hatchet axe thing he has and just brings it down on this thing and splits it in half, and it just kind of starts to dissipate in the water. And then he looks to you, rage still in his eyes. It's your turn, Renister.
So, is the big blob still alive then, or is it dead?
No, it is dead.
Oh, so the dwarf is turned his eyes on me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna raise my shield.
Okay. You raise your shield.
Can I try to reason with this guy?
Yeah, I mean, you can say
I'm just gonna say, we are not on the side of the blob. Lower your weapon.
roll diplomacy with a -2 circumstance.
You should ask him about his
Penalty.
morals first, see if he believes in the innocent being harmed or not.
What are your thoughts on corruption?
Yeah.
So your thoughts on communism?
15.
Oh shit. His breathing kind of starts to slow a little bit, but he's still like white knuckled, clenching the hatchet. There's just like a little bit of doubt that creeps over him. We'll say that was an action. You are starting to get through to him, but he is clearly in a state where one attempt, even whether you succeeded, won't be enough to fully
can I
bring
use
him out
my
of whatever.
second action to try again?
Yeah, to just.
I'll just say, we've already lost one dwarf today. We don't need to lose another needlessly.
Okay. Again,
It's not the most reassuring thing to say.
I am a lizard man who's not charismatic.
diplomacy check -2 circumstance penalty.
That's like almost intimidation.
A little bit, yeah. He means
Nat-
well though.
Nat 20.
Oh no.
Boy. Slap
Yeah.
him like you did the little knight.
He drops the hatchet and just drops to his knees and kind of 1,000-yard stares.
Can I like walk up? I'm assuming we're out of initiative now.
Yes, he's literally right in front of you.
Okay, I'll
basically right behind the bottle.
trudge through the soup and just kind of give him a look over and see if he's
Trudge through the
Yeah.
soup.
Can I just like kind of examine him to see like his physical like state, if he's like wounded at all by any means outwardly?
Yeah. Medicine check for me.
If
What
we're
are
out
the-
of
what are the-
combat, I'll start walking towards
Yeah.
that direction.
I'm gonna start looking for the elf.
Trudging. Okay. Perception check for me.
11.
What did you get? Phosphorus.
17.
You do a quick scan. You don't see anything. You can like investigate physically where you saw him go, but with a quick look, nothing.
Yeah, I'll start walking over there.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he is definitely injured. To what extent, it's kind of hard to tell. But there are multiple just small little burn marks, basically all over him. Some of them burned through the basic tunic and stuff he's wearing.
Can I say, if I get the vibe that you're about to do some of the healing stuff you can do, I just, like, before this guy sees us do any more magic or you waste any healing on him that could be used on a child, I'm going to be like, need some help, friend, as I'm pulling out my little bag of, like, medical supplies and stuff. And I kind of want to give him a once-over and see if there's anything I can do with any of the actual, like, healers.
Yeah, I mean, you can treat
Supplies.
wounds on him.
That's what I was thinking. I know it's not, like, healing magic, but
As you
saves it for the rest of this mission.
as you walk over, you look around and you're like, he's not worth it. Pull out a dagger. No, I know what you mean.
We don't get paid for saving his life.
As you walk over to him and you say that and you start to get there, he starts to stand up and he says, I have to go. I have to get.
Fred, just give me a few seconds. I work at the clinic back in town. Please, looks like you have pretty bad injuries. Can I roll to, like, persuade him to let me at least help him a little bit? Or
Phosphorus.
intimidate him that you will kill him if not.
You're over. Well,
You
actually,
will die.
you're over looking for. Give me another. I almost said stealth check, perception check. Yeah, give me a diplomacy check.
20.
You find a path very clearly where he moved, but it's clear to you that he is no longer in the vicinity for you to see. But there is a path to follow if you so wish.
I'll just mark where the path is and head back to the group.
Okay.
I got a 24 in my diplomacy check.
He says, I can't. This. You're from the city.
Yes. All right. What happened here? Can you just?
I got to get out of here. And
Are we in danger too? At least tell us that much.
he tries to bolt.
I just let him. I'm not
In
gonna-
Dwarvish, gotta just ask him, like, your friend already left.
He just runs.
Nah.
He just takes off running.
I want to just look around. If he seems like he's still running, I feel like there's something still
Can I,
sketchy here.
while
so-
he's running after him, can I just examine?
Is anyone running after him?
no,
I'm not.
Okay.
Can I?
You just said while he's running after him, and I didn't think he was. Whatever. Yeah.
Oh, can I examine? I'm assuming is the dwarf who got ate up. Is his stuff still just like inside? The,
Yeah,
how much
as
gold does he
you
have?
as you noticed, as I pointed out earlier, that literally none of his equipment was
Right.
looked damaged
Is
in any
there
way.
any identifying marks? I'm also trying to see if they might be one of like if they're part of like the river bandits or anything like
Oh
that.
yeah, good call.
Yeah, any identifying marks?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm seeing
sigil.
like a sigil or some sort of marking, or if it just has in big golden metallic letters "River Bandits" on his belt or something.
So they're called the River Bandits.
yeah,
Clever.
for sure, for sure.
Hiding in plain sight.
RB and like a
So we're
giant
bandits
bubble.
on the river. Hear me out.
I mean, yeah, you go through his
SS
stuff.
bandits.
There is a hatchet in there and some basic, it looks like dwarven-sized leather armor, but you don't really find anything other than that. 2 hatchets, in fact, but
Gotcha.
He was a child arms dealer.
no identification, anything like that.
Can I take a sample, whatever this thing is?
Yeah, just like a bit of its goo.
Yeah.
Yeah. The goo is continued to just like dissipate out.
You want it right from the source, so it's pure.
It
But
looks
yeah.
like there was some kind of elvish person with them, or at least a person with some elvish
Yeah, he went
blood.
that way. On his point.
Should we? Do you think we should go investigate, or
I think
should we just wash our hands of this and keep on moving?
Under normal circumstances, I would suggest finding out more about them, but we still have the task of 2 other young people to take into consideration, with time being of the essence.
Were we on a path already? before
Yeah,
we
the
got
trail
here?
you were following led you here.
And does it continue after this?
You haven't really looked around after the commotion, but
I think that would be the next thing.
all of you want to just
if
like
we can find
look
that
around
path
the
again,
area.
I say yes, but if not, the trail led us here. And I
They
don't
also,
know.
it is also to consider that they might have information themselves potentially,
Yeah.
especially if they are of ill repute. It is definitely potential that they could have gotten a hold of the child, whether it be in his normal or fox-like form.
Maybe if we just look for the path, and if we don't find it, we can go after the one you found, Phosphorus.
Okay.
It's got this horrific imagery of coming across these bandits, and it's like there's just like a 9-tailed fox on like a roasting spit.
Oh no, Jesus!
Jungle's a dangerous place, boy.
As you guys look around the area,
Could I be doing detect magic instead of looking for a path? I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
if
mean,
it
you
would
can-
radiate if a fox boy was around, but I feel like that's magical enough to maybe give me a ping.
for sure, you can do detect magic and look around
Okay.
as well.
Cool.
I'll give you a slight circumstance bonus to your roll, or circumstance penalty, because you're casting
Yeah.
a spell and investigating, but you can definitely still do both.
Cool.
Nothing pings in
Okay.
the, like, even if you case the area and constantly send it out, nothing really pings. Phosphorus, as you are looking through, you find kind of just in the area several chunks. You know, when you like brush an animal, and then just the clumped hair, not quite to that degree like it was brushed, but clumps of just stark white fur. And you find enough pieces that you can roughly piece together heavily acidically corroded woodsman. You can't really tell if it was 1, 2, 3, what number. Somewhere between 1 and 3. The remnants of them, or it, in this general kind of swampy area. Renisteer, you find kind of deep in the mud as you just get down and start feeling around. You pull out what appears to be not in the best condition, but a sky shard pistol.
Hey, Rat,
Yeah.
I think I have something that might interest you.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I figured as much. And I'll hand it over to him.
Cool. Yeah, you hand it over to him. Looks like a classic pistol that would shoot just like a a flintlock pistol that would shoot a bullet, except where you would pull the trigger and the thing would ignite, there's just a small hammer on the end that would come down. And you know this from working in the assembly hall phosphorus, that it strikes the sky shard and shoots out a concussive force. It doesn't actually shoot any bullets. There is no sky shard charge for it to hit, and it looks heavily damaged. Even if there was, you wouldn't be able to use it in its current state.
I'll still pocket it.
Yeah.
Does it look like the same, I guess, model, I guess, as like sky shard rifles like the guards have?
It's hard to tell with it so
Damaged.
heavily damaged. You do know from working at the assembly hall that a lot of the pistols in the Sky Shard, just guns in general, are not all the guards get one, and they're pretty expensive to make. So normally they don't really have a consistent make and model because they're a little customized. Like someone might want the metal on it to be some sort of black metal instead of a gold, something like that. So there's not really a consistent model, but it, at least in frame and shape, it looks like something that the assembly hall would have made.
Okay.
Or worked on, or something that the dwarves under in North Thagnorn would have made as well. But yeah, that's all you find.
So I found all this white fur with some dead woodsmen, correct?
Yeah, you can assume that. It's just it's a lot of broken pieces, like corroded down.
Okay, so there was
yeah.
fur then. Is that right?
It was white fur.
Yeah,
He was a white fox.
yes.
Okay, I heard the tree part.
Kubo turned to white
Do
fox.
we want to follow that elf? See if he knows.
Yeah, I mean, especially if we find more fur along that path, maybe. Or I mean, I guess at any time he could have turned back into his humanoid self. So I'm not really sure, but this is the best lead we have so far.
Yes, we can always come back if we do not yield any results.
What time of day is it right now?
About a little after noon, like 12:31.
So we have a good.
You spent all this morning
amount
getting
of daylight
information, and then you went and found Shinta. And you got the information quicker than you expected to. And then now you are here after 30, 40 minutes of travel.
Okay, I guess we will then follow after the elf where we last saw him before he disappeared.
Okay. Survival check.
Phosphorus
for
has the path
whoever's-
already.
Got it.
Nat one. Well, not that one. Sorry.
Only one person can make the survival check.
21.
Oh.
I'm assuming that's me because I've
Yes.
been making all of them so far.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
I was
No.
gonna leave it to
Otherwise-
you
I
because you
wouldn't
already
have.
found the path.
Otherwise,
not
someone
have.
else can aid him, or you guys can do other things like have your shield raised or be on the lookout, stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess I'll just have my shield raised.
Okay.
Can you do a thing where you like ready a spell at all? Is that a thing to do?
What
can do?
what kind of spell? What do you?
Just like a offensive like damage dealing spell. So
I mean,
I know it's not the same
aesthetically,
thing as like a ready action.
yeah.
but-
Aesthetically, you could. It just wouldn't do
It wouldn't do
anything
anything
because,
mechanically.
like how Pathfinder works, as I explained, once there's an intent for combat, you roll for initiative anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like you would get it off regardless.
Just to
Okay.
clarify, as of right now,
Uh-huh.
Phosphorus doesn't have any healing that affects me, like potion-wise.
No, he does. Yeah.
Yes, I
His
do.
elixirs work.
Okay, then I
Uh-huh.
will just look to him like,
They do not have the positive energy or the negative energy trait. They work on anything.
Okay,
Because I'm
something-
just that good.
If something can
Okay.
drink his
that's
potion,
right,
he
that's
can
right.
heal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will just turn to Phosphorus and be like, Rat, do you mind if I have one of your potions? I seem to have gotten a little roughed up by our big amorphous friend back there.
If he says no,
Absolutely.
I can help you out. I just
Here.
kind of have one shot.
Sort of side-eye Phosphorus, but like snatch the bottle.
Why
from-
is there a skull and crossbones on there?
Well, that might actually be a good thing.
It's arsenic.
for Renistir.
That's
Oh,
true.
well, that wouldn't be a good thing.
Jody gave you vitamin
So it's
D.
1d6.
No.
I become extremely
Anything healthy just hurts you, like kale.
I rolled max. You
Superfood my ass.
get 6 health back.
Is there a
And
way I could
that
be
was my
consistently
last elixir.
casting guidance on one of them?
No, well, they can only benefit from guidance once an hour.
Dom.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I will just be looking around with my shield up.
Yeah, I will keep an eye out for danger then.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be peering over my shield just barely.
I might have to start using my sling.
What did you get for survival? Sorry.
21.
Yeah. As you are making your way through, you get about 5 minutes into following this trail. You almost think you lose it a couple times. Whoever this was is obviously very skilled at A, moving quietly and without leaving a trail to places, and B, specifically doing so in this environment. You can tell that by the way the trail is left. But eventually you see the same figure roughly 90 to 100 feet away, step out from behind a tree, rifle in hand, aimed at all three of you. Or you, I guess, because you're just like walking through. You're in the front because you're doing the throw checks. What do you want?
Could I step in front with my shield, like raised, but not so raised that I can't like see him anymore?
Yeah.
And just be like, "Hi, we're just looking for a lost child, and we came upon the situation that you and those dwarves are in back there.
Cool, it's not here. Get out of here.
Who might you be, and can we talk?
Doesn't matter. Leave.
You're a cheery individual.
Can I roll something?
Yeah, what do you
to-
want to roll?
Like to make it so that he will
Like
talk to me?
ease the tension?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll
Just
diplomacy.
be like, we mean you no harm. The faster you help us, the faster we leave and get out of your hair and leave you on your business.
Yeah, roll diplomacy.
That's a 21.
Said you're looking for what?
Either a roughly 10-year-old boy, short, black hair, or he has a pet fox, 9 tails.
A white fox.
White fox.
We
Haven't
found his
seen it.
fur back where you previously just were.
Haven't seen it.
Did you see the
Can
woodsman
I-
back there?
Can I check if he's lying?
Yeah, I'll roll.
I think I get a circumstance on lying.
Yes, I have that on here.
Okay,
I have
cool.
a special roll for you that's more for lies.
Squint your lizard eyes.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. Obviously, he's pretty outwardly hostile at the moment. It doesn't seem like he's aware of what you're talking about.
Okay.
What happened back there exactly?
Doesn't concern you guys.
It obviously did. It was trying to kill us as well.
Due to some of my experience with the shadier side of things, can I tell if this guy is more at home doing illegal activities?
Does he have any neck tattoos?
Does he have a bong on his
How
belt?
would you know that? You know what I mean? He's
I
just
know, I'm-
out in the woods,
Using criminal slang.
and you haven't really interacted with him to the extent.
I don't know if like there's any like just like on his body like any identifiable.
What? Make an underworld lore check.
He has his wanted poster tucked in his belt. Tries to hide it.
It just drops. He turns into Goofy. Gorge.
That's
Well, you got
27.
27.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way for you to know for sure in any way, but
He just looks sketchy.
more so the fact that the dwarf kind of bolted as soon as you guys mentioned the city, it would seem likely that he's a part or at least aware of or affiliated with the bandits in some way.
What is...
Like I said, can't really know for sure unless you hear it from a cat's mouth or the dog's mouth or whatever. Whatever the
I'm
saying
sorry.
is, but yeah.
What are they just called... What are the boats in particular?
Locomotes.
You've been around any locomotes recently?
This
No.
is not.
I mean, you don't know this. He has not verbalized.
I would still... My first inclination was
Okay,
to check
that's
if they're
fair.
bandits.
That's
so
fair.
I
Yeah.
would outright just say that to him.
No.
Now can I see if he's lying?
Leave. Yeah.
I'm going to find a tree and just kind of put most of my body behind it. This guy's rifle scares me.
I have God on my side.
I mean,
don't.
you can be
AKA
as cautious as
Renaissance.
you want, but it doesn't seem like he's lying.
Okay. I'll just keep side-eyeing him.
Can you at least let us know if we are currently in danger from anything besides that rifle you insist on pointing at us?
Not that I'm aware of.
Then why are you running?
Am I running?
Yeah, we saw you.
Well, technically, he sneaked away, slunk away.
We saw
Well,
you
what term would
flee.
you?
You didn't seem to
Yeah.
care too much whether or not your dwarf friend got out of that.
Win some, you lose some.
Did you happen to see a trail leading outside of the area that you did not leave from?
Roll diplomacy with a -4 circumstance penalty.
Can I assist?
Come
him at
on.
all? Or cast guidance on him if it's been an hour?
No, it has not.
Said
Okay.
diplomacy with a -4. That's a 6.
Leave or I shoot.
I'm gonna.
You shoot, we kill you.
I'm going to intimidate.
I
him
hide
right
behind a
around the
tree.
time.
Well, we're gonna roll for initiative.
Okay.
Hey guys, GM Jack here, and I promise this is the last rules correction for this episode. So this upcoming combat has a man who uses a rifle, and rifles need to have actions spent by the person wielding them to reload them and shoot them more. I just completely spaced on that. Ultimately, I don't think it changes too much in this fight. It's still a really fun and interesting fight, but I just wanted to point it out and say after this fight, I do correct it moving forward. Like I said, Pathfinder 2E is a new system to all of us. There's a lot of growing pains. It's a wonderful system, but there's a lot to learn, and I appreciate all of your patience as we figure this out together. Anyways, back to the action. Phosphorus, you go first.
Stealth.
Sleeping potion.
I don't have one of those, man.
Can you stuff it in the end of his rifle so he can't fire?
I don't have a sleeping potion. I have alchemist fire. It's like
Sick,
the
do you
opposite
have a
of
love
sleeping.
potion?
Is he cute?
He doesn't like us very much.
What'd
right
you
now.
get?
19.
You are hidden as far as you're concerned.
Try to sneak.
Okay. Where are you moving? Just closer?
Closer towards him.
Okay.
Probably like more at like a diagonal.
Slight angle, yeah.
22.
Okay, yeah. You make, not a lot of progress. He's still a good 70, 75 feet away, but
I'll sneak again.
okay.
19.
Yeah, you continue to inch closer. Now 60 feet away. And Eamon, it's your turn.
Just want to say, you sure about this?
You hear the click of a gun about to be shot.
I think he's rethinking it.
Okay, as I just sort of look to my left and my right, don't know how fast I can sludge through this mud to get out of the way.
There is, since this is the first time it's going to come up, there is an action called Take Cover. If you guys get to an area that there are plenty of undergrowth and trees, you can take cover, which gives you bonuses to your AC. But
I'm going to cast one of my focus spells, Pushing Gust, has a
Okay.
500-foot range.
yeah,
So as I make little sign with my hands, the wind, you can't really see it, I guess it is raining a bit, so you see the water starting to like whip around my hand, and as I push, it sort of pushes the sheets of rain down this path towards this man, and he has to make a fortitude save.
okay. 17.
Okay, so that would be a success. So
Okay.
he's just pushed 5 feet away from me.
Okay, so he sees this coming, and he braces himself with and holds up his rifle, and the mud is deep enough that it only pushes him 5 feet back. It's a very powerful wind. It's just when you're literally up to almost your knees in mud, it's pretty hard to push you back.
Yeah, makes sense. Just
And
the
then
only
you're-
thing I have that can reach him.
Curse increases to its first.
Yep.
To its minor stage. I also added the curse stages are on your sheet now, or should be on one of your sheets. How they function.
Mm-hmm.
I added those. Yeah. Third action, because that was 2 actions, I believe.
Yep. To try to just is take cover.
You can take cover.
One action?
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
will take cover
This is like a continual gust.
like a pirate,
No, it just happens once.
just like
But-
a airbending push.
So yeah, you gain I'm going to give you not lesser cover, just normal cover, a +2 circumstance.
If it was a crit, he would have been knocked prone, which would have helped a lot. But
Yeah.
alas.
+2 circumstance bonus to AC.
Okay.
But yeah, it is now this man's turn. And you see him take his hand and run it over his weapon as just a small, very clearly doing magic. But he rubs his hand over it, and it looks like there's just some sort of clear, shimmery force field over it as he holds up the gun and will, I guess, shoot at you, Renisteer, because you're the most just out in the open.
Yep. The most hittable.
22 to hit.
Does hit.
You take 12 force damage,
Ouch.
and then he lines up another shot.
I was hoping they would be like regular like muskets where it takes like a minute and a half to reload
18 to hit,
Does hit.
14 force damage.
I am definitely bloody.
Okay. So yeah, he just quick fires. You see the pin hit in a just straight shot of force. Hits Renisteer right in the shoulder, and then he peels it back and lines up another shot and lets it go. And again, hits him in the same shoulder. Just the brunt force of it, you can even see through his mutagroot scales is like bruising and starts to bleed a bit as the scales are a little cracked. Renisteer.
Okay, I'm going to immediately use Touch of Corruption on myself.
Okay.
So the
You heal
normal
yourself.
silvery hand is much more frail and decrepit looking as it runs itself over me.
Yeah.
So I just gain
6
hit
HP.
points, and then I also gain a +2 status bonus to damage rolls for 1 round, but I don't
Okay.
think I'm going to be able to use that.
Clear that distance, yeah.
I'm obviously going to raise my shield
Okay.
and get in cover.
Okay. So
Yeah.
raise your shield, take cover. And those are your 3 actions. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Phosphorus.
I sneak.
Okay. 60 feet away still.
19.
Okay,
I've
yeah.
rolled a lot of 19s.
Yeah. You're 45 feet away.
I'm very nervous now. If things were.
Minister,
Something
are
bad's
you still
gonna
bloodied after?
Yes.
that? Okay.
So I'm 45 feet away.
Uh-huh. To remind you, you can throw your bombs outside your range increment. It's just every range increment further that you are, it's a -2 penalty. Up to 6.
So am I one
Range
range
increments.
increment out now? Or?
Yeah, so you could make a check with a -2 penalty. Granted, you are, for all you know, unnoticed or undetected, whatever the one is, where he's aware that you're somewhere, but he doesn't know where you are. So he would be flat-footed, which is a -2 to AC. So it
Yeah.
basically would cancel out. But
Sure. We'll do it.
okay, yeah. So
So
attack.
+3 now.
Yes, normally +5, +3.
Yeah, I'm using Alchemist Fire.
Okay.
That's 20 to hit.
Yes, 20 will hit.
Does it crit?
No.
Okay. Well, he's on fire now.
The things critting before were because those
yeah.
things had very low ACs. You were
Yes.
getting 10 above it.
7 fire, 1 splash, 1 persistent.
Okay.
And I hide
Okay.
because I don't want to get shot by
You-
that thing.
Yeah, you would need to sneak again, but it's the exact same thing. Because you're already hidden. But yeah, you go from unnoticed to hidden, and now you want to go to. You need to move again to become.
Yeah, I'll just move again.
Yeah.
That is
Closer or just to a different
A
position?
little closer.
Okay.
22.
22. Yeah.
This might be the end.
Amen.
So is he just, for some reason in my mind, we're looking up a hill towards him? If we're just flat on the ground?
Yeah. Uh huh. I mean, there's a lot of.
And is there room to
Greenery
just
and
like
undergrowth in the
move
way,
to where he wouldn't have a shot?
I mean, there's
Like enough
not
trees? Like we're in a
there's
jungle.
not really any place in range where he would have no shot, but you could get somewhere that you could, if you took cover twice, would give you greater cover, which is normal cover but just +4.
Okay. So as opposed to that, I'm just going to cast a fleet step on myself.
Okay.
And that's
So your movement speed becomes 55.
Becomes
What does that look
55.
like? Is this the first time you've done that?
55. I literally just sort of, again, sort of do some sort of hand signs and say in some sort of like ethereal language, some various words. And then, yeah, the winds just sort of like rush up around me. In the same way, like my curse sort of has like the wind swirling around me to sort of get some direction to them. And I just get the zoomies. And
You start like
Get the
wiggling back and
zoomies.
forth.
And then, yes, that's 2 actions, I think?
Yep.
Okay.
so then I'm going to use my movement and move as far as I can.
Yeah. So you were
Towards
I don't
him
think
and
you moved
off to the
closer.
side, trying to. Like I said, I know like mechanically it probably won't help anything as far as him getting a shot off.
Yeah.
But Eamon in real life is like, I'm going to try to get
Yeah.
to run as far as I can while trying to get behind some sort of cover.
The real life person aiming you.
You would get
30, 28 feet, 30 feet.
Yeah, so you would be 60 feet away. probably more 65, 70 because you're moving at an angle instead of straight at him. We'll call it 70.
Okay. Just
Um,
enough for my spells not to work.
We'll call it 60 then.
Okay.
60 is okay.
No,
I didn't know
you're
it was
good.
cut
If
off.
that was your intention, then that's totally fine.
No, that was not my intention.
Okay.
Okay. It's his turn. He takes his damage.
1. He
Fuck
can't.
yeah,
He
phosphorus.
can use an action to put it out.
I mean, that's what most people would do when they're on fire.
He just makes a roll at the end of all of his turns, and if he passes it, it just goes away.
Yeah.
It's not an action thing he
I
does.
think he can still use an action to try to do it.
Yeah,
so.
he can, yes. But
Which
I don't
he
think he's going to do
which
that
he
for
should.
one fire
How
damage.
much
should.
does he metagame? Who knows?
Um,
I think you should put an
so
action.
he
Don't shoot me.
with his rifle takes one hand off of it and swirls his hand, and this green mist envelops him.
God, magic is bullshit.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Magic.
And it appears to heal him. And then he lines up a shot at Eamon, who was easily, very quickly moving towards him.
Yep. Zooming.
Fucking knife eaters.
Ooh.
Patreon exclusive.
And that is a 13 to hit, which will not
Will
hit.
not hit.
And then we
I'm too
go
fast.
to, well, actually. And he still is on fire. Reniston.
Yeah.
Let's say
Fuck
that's
ranged people. God damn it. I'm going
Hey, what's
to
up?
keep my shield
Right. Gotta buy
raised.
you a crossbow or something.
Okay. Keep your shield raised.
I am to ranged weapons, but phosphorus is the magic.
You don't. It doesn't work.
I snap
Yeah.
every crossbow
As
I
you're
see over
bleeding
my
out of your
knee.
chest, the ranged weapons clearly don't work.
I'd rather die. And I will just drop.
I respect the hatred.
We finally agree on something. He just nods at me. From
Don't
his
bore me
hiding
with this
spot.
thing, man. Don't just walk towards him.
I'm gonna stride once and take cover.
Okay. I can
So.
make 15 feet of progress.
Yeah, just working slowly but surely.
Yeah.
He's gonna regret this in like 5 turns.
Okay. Phosphorus, it is your
Yeah,
turn.
it's up. Throw another bomb.
Okay.
I'm now close enough where it's
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
You're just within.
19.
That'll hit you.
4 fire, 1 splash, 1 persistent. So is that now 2 persistent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, throw another bomb. Oh, that would.
I have so many water theme spell I haven't used because you've caught every enemy
But yeah,
on
it'd
fire.
just be a flat dice roll.
Go ahead. I always have more bombs. 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Well, it takes 1 splash damage.
He does.
And then. So am I now fully. I'm now out of.
You are completely noticed, yes.
Can I try to stealth?
You can try to become hidden, yes.
Hidden, yes.
Yes. Hide, as they say.
That's not 20. So 25, 24.
You are, you are actually go from hidden to unnoticed because you
Hey.
critically succeeded.
Those bombs weren't important.
The bush is starting to speak rat.
So yeah, you chuck the 2 bombs. They're obviously not doing as much as they did to the swarm, but every time you hit him, he gets more and more annoyed. And the one you see that he dodges, there's like a moment of like, oh, we're good, and then it breaks everywhere on him, and he still gets covered in flames a bit.
I am out of alchemist fire.
Yeah, Eamon, sorry. It's your turn.
Horizon Thundersphere this beach.
Okay.
So I gather this ball of lightning in my hand again and just like anime style shoot this.
You have to with a name like Horizon Thundersphere.
I know.
Horizon Thundersphere.
I adjust my glasses as I launch it towards him.
Yeah, how many actions are you using to cast it?
I'm just going to use 2.
Okay.
Even
And I
though
think
it's-
that's to hit.
Yes.
Even though it's overcast, your glasses still shimmer. Because of course they do.
That is a 21.
That'll hit.
All right.
That'll do, big.
Concentrated
That'll do.
ball of electricity. It crackles and rumbles like thunder. So, it was not a critical success, but that's okay.
It was, yes, no, it was not a critical success.
That is 9 lightning damage.
Zap.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
And I'm
you.
going to raise my shield.
Okay, yeah. all of the anger that was directed towards Phosphorus immediately dissipates as a giant ball of lightning just hits him square in the chest, and the electricity just runs through his body.
We don't have to do this.
This is a very confusing fight.
It's then his turn, and he'll say, "Oh, we have to do this." And in saying that, he will attempt to demoralize you, Eamon. Which is,
I'm 70 feet away, so that range doesn't work.
That's not how speaking works. But,
Can't hear you, la la la.
he
I can't
also-
hear you because of my
he
curse
also-
around me is whirling. So
he
sorry.
also responds. He says that in Elvish, because you're obviously clearly Elvish.
I never learned it.
Yeah, you did. I know you
Joke's
speak
on
Elvish, you
you.
motherfucker.
That would be fine to be an elf that doesn't know how to speak Elvish.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
What is your +2 will saves?
plus to will saves? It is +4.
Okay, so your DC you are now frightened 1 of this man.
Okay. What does that mean? Oh no. It fits so well.
You take a status penalty equal to the value to all checks and DCs. At the end of each of your turns, the value decreases by 1. So you'll have a -1 to anything you do until the end of your next turn. Basically, you see that this man has killed many people, and you are the next person on that list. And it's not so scary that you can't approach him. It's just scary enough.
He just has a gun
to
which
throw you off.
definitely kills people.
Yeah, for sure.
Never had a gun pointed at me before, so
Yeah. Well,
that's
not one like this before.
That might not be true. Yeah.
so that's one action, and then he will shoot at you. Actually, no, he will hide. Which he is hidden, and then we'll shoot at you. And your AC is what? I'm sorry.
With my shield raised, it is 16.
God damn it. He misses. I'm rolling so bad for
So
his hits.
do we all see him again?
Yeah, he is
Okay.
detected by everyone. Yeah.
Was he demoralized though? Does that affect it at all?
Was he? Oh, no. That doesn't affect AC.
Oh,
Just
okay.
any of
Thank God.
his DCs or his checks. So if
DCs,
he
okay.
makes
I'm
a
not
spell,
my AC.
his spell DC is different.
Say
Okay.
that, Renisteer.
Yeah.
Mr.
Doesn't he actually die?
Doesn't he get shot?
Then it is Renister's turn.
So is he still hidden then? After
No,
shooting
he
that?
is not. No.
Okay, then I'm
He
gonna.
is still where
We're
he is.
gonna play a
completely
game of
on
morale, and I'm gonna intimidate and glare at him.
the- Okay, yeah. So roll an intimidation check.
That's a fucking anime thing. Like through the rain, just like
Yeah, staring.
See the
at anything.
stare.
No one yells at my friend in Elvish but me.
12.
Yeah, he's not even looking at you. He's just locked on him. And you even do that lizard growl thing again, and there's just no head movement. So that's one
What?
action.
Okay, raise shield.
Okay, move forward a little
Move forward a little.
bit. You're now
Slowly
60 feet away.
Ooh, we're getting
We're
there.
getting there. Phosphorus.
all right. So I'm out of alchemist fire.
Oh, wait. Sorry. You can keep going. I'm sorry. I forgot to make his...
Persistent damage. So
Which he does... I gave him it. I just forgot to make the check. He's still on fire.
Oh, good. Well, I'm out of alchemist fire, so it's time for bottle of lightning.
Okay, yeah. That it is.
Is 18.
That hits.
Okay. 4 lightning damage, 1 splash damage, and he is flat-footed.
Okay.
I'll throw a second one. 17.
That's no pluses, right?
That's a straight die.
Yeah. Yes, that'll hit because he's flat-footed.
3 lightning damage, 1 splash, and he's flat-footed.
But yeah, I mean, he was already flat-footed.
He's
But yeah.
flatterer.
And I will attempt to go back into stealth.
Okay, hide. Yeah.
That's another natural 20.
Yeah, you are unnoticed again. Yeah, so you throw 2, you reach for the alchemist fire, and for the first time there isn't one there, and you're like, oh no. And you pull out 2 bottles of lightning, and you chuck it at him, and they hit him just when a giant lightning ball hit him. 2 bottles of lightning hit him. And
All these alchemists are coming after me.
As the lightning again runs through him, it throws him off balance, and he is bloodied.
Okay, I am out of alchemist bombs.
Well,
It's my turn next, right?
Yep.
I wonder if I
Seeing there is nowhere left to go but forward, I'm going to run like 28, 30 feet towards him with my fleet step, still giving me the zoomies. And I'm going to use another focus spell called Tempest Touch. So I sort of conjure up this sort of like mush of like mud and water from the ground and launch it at him. And if it hits him, as it hits him, it starts turning to like frozen slush and eventually
Are
freezes
you
him.
reach spelling this?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Makes the range 30 feet.
Yes. And is that a save or to hit?
That is a fortitude save.
23.
I don't know what kind of success that is. That's
Whoa.
obviously a success, but what
Yeah.
numbers do I crunch to make sure?
If it is 10 more than your DC,
Okay.
which that is not, I don't think.
That's just
Your
a
DC 's
regular
15.
success.
Yes.
So, he
He
has
should-
a negative 5-foot circumstance penalty to its speed until the end of my next turn, and he takes two bludgeoning damage and 1 cold damage.
Yeah, so, I mean, you see him run up
The
and...
second level of my curse does start.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Yep.
So now it's a
But that's actually good because it gives a minus penalty to ranged attacks.
Hey.
It is now his turn. He is going to attempt to hide, which he doesn't.
Ha.
So he'll try to do it again,
Wait,
which
can
he
you guys-
does.
Can you guys still see me? Okay.
He's also still on fire. Does he get a negative penalty for the light coming from it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's still flat-footed.
He is still flat.
Yeah, yeah. And then he attempts to sneak.
Negative 5 foot.
What?
Negative 5 foot to his speed.
Yes. And none of you know where he is. It is Renister's turn.
As long as he doesn't shoot again, I think we're okay. Sorry.
Shield up.
Charge
We're
the hill,
going,
boys.
this time, we're going 2 strides.
Okay, yeah. You move closer. His whole fight has just been Renister be like, okay. Phosphorus.
I'm going to seek.
Okay.
19.
Yeah, you see away from Eamon, in kind of straight back from you and diagonally away from Eamon, you see movement in the bushes and a little bit of light, about 50 feet away from you.
50 feet. Okay. I am going to... Oh, this, oddly enough, the sling is 50 feet.
Perfect.
So,
You make if you're going to attack him with it, you first need to make a flat DC 11 check to target something that is hidden. And if you fail that, you just do the action, but no matter what, doesn't work.
12. Okay. 18.
A hit, yeah.
6.
Do I hear a youch from the bushes?
I mean, you see him throwing stuff.
5.
He is still undetected to the rest of you.
Oh, it's 5 plus 1, right? Because of the damage mod.
It should. I don't think the sling should be +1 because it's propulsion, so it should be your strength, which you don't have a positive strength.
Okay,
So,
so 5.
okay.
And then... Oh, it's going to be stupid. But I'm going to use my action to... what is it called? Point or notify or
Point out.
point out.
Yeah. So this.
I'm fresh out of my cool spells, so I'm just kidding. All my spells are cool.
This man is now hidden to all of you because he would have been undetected before. So he points out a ways away. Renister, you just see him point. Really, when you get close, if he's not, you'll get the benefit of it.
Right.
It's just he's so far away you can't really
Right.
tell either way. And yeah, you just see that kind of movement in an area that he points out.
So I
And-
just hit him with a rock.
Yeah, or you assume you did. Yeah, and then it is your turn, Eamon.
Okay. I'm going to, as soon as I see him pointed out, I'm going to try to use electric arc.
Okay, for the record, he is still hidden to you.
Yeah.
So if you do not get him to fully seen, he will just be. You still have to make that flat DC 11, or you just fail
DC
at what you're
11.
doing.
Okay. So there would be like you said, like a seek action or something?
Yeah, you can try to further get a beat on where he is exactly. Basically, when something's hidden, you have a full 5 foot just area that you are aware of the general area they're in, but you do not have a full beat on them.
Can
So,
I use
yeah.
detect magic, see if I can see his rifle?
He's definitely further than 30 feet away,
Okay,
but
sounds good.
otherwise maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get a beat on him then.
Okay, yeah. Roll a perception check.
Nat 1.
Yeah, don't get a beat on him.
All right,
Still hidden.
Let's roll that flat 11 and just see what
Okay,
happens.
yeah. So you need just an 11 or higher on the die for your electric arc. I think is what you said, Tor.
That's a 2.
Yeah. So you shoot the arc into the area you think he is, but
Sounds good.
yeah.
And that is all 3, I believe. So yes.
Okay. Phosphorus, you're the closest.
Yeah.
You hear him drop. Because I had him roll to put out the fire. He had 2 health left, and he failed 3 straight.
Thank God, he was gonna shoot me in the head.
He failed 3 straight checks.
You just hear Foster's like, yes!
I've had no idea where you are this whole time. I've just seen little bombs lobbed out of the bushes.
God damn it! I can't believe he failed 3 straight times.
I'm going to run to his corpse.
It was even easier because it's fucking raining, dude. He's
Yep.
on fire. Yeah, he is dead. Because you can't pull a persistent on fire punch.
I'm grabbing
He's
that
a very scorched individual.
Grabbing that rifle.
Yeah, I mean, you run over there as quick as you can. You're definitely moving excitedly quickly.
Can
but
I get
it's
there
still
first?
difficult terrain. You would, yeah, definitely get there first.
I get there first and pick up the rifle.
I can
I'm
like
like,
flying out of the
damn.
woods, like right for that rifle.
I just hold it above my head. Fuck you.
pull out my dagger.
Pull out mine.
I keep
I'll
walking.
shiv you the balls.
I'm slowly walking with a shield race.
Do you actually swing him?
No.
Okay.
No.
Please.
Sorry. I do. Can you hand me that
I'm
rifle?
I'm just holding the rifle. I just want to use detect magic on it and see if if anything about the rifle is magical.
Yeah. Well, you will never really know that. If you remember, detect magic is just a 30-feet pulse. And
Yeah.
if there's magic in the range,
Maybe
it
we'll
goes
see.
off.
Register, it's clear.
But nothing goes off.
Okay. I look at it. I just toss it to Phosphorus.
I start looking over the rifle.
Shinta has been found and returned to town, for the most part, but Kubo and Toby remain missing. They've made progress, but much more work is needed if the party is going to find the other 2 kids. Do the bandits have something to do with the disappearances? Are they still all connected? Will Phosphorus get into even more trouble now that he has a gun? Find out next time on Dying 5. If you enjoyed today's episode, consider leaving us a review on whatever platform you listen on. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if anyone in your life just can't get enough tabletop RPG action, send them our way. If tabletops have taught me anything, it's that good stories become great ones when you have some folks to share them with. And as always, thanks for listening.